Man's manhood in a woman begins truly with vigor and ends truly with fatigue. Welcome to another episode. We're going to chapter 24 of the Holy Quran. Chapter 24 is named Duhan, Surat Ad-Duhan, and that is Duhan is smoke or mist. So, Surah of smoke or mist. As usual, we will do the introduction first, and as usual, again, I'll show you. I'll show it to you. Surah Al-Duhan here, and this is the beginning. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of God, the most merciful, the most gracious, the most merciful. Let's go. For the chronology and the general theme of the surahs, for the chronology and the general theme of the surah of the Hameen series, of which this is the fifth, see the introduction to Surah 11. No, not to Surah 11, but to Surah 40. Mhm. Surah 40. That is, I think, Fusilat or something like that. Or is it 41? Let me quickly check. I misbehave a lot. Mm. Uh, or Gafur rather. Let's see. Yes, Surah 40 is Gafur. So see introduction to Surah Gafur. Paragraph. Or second paragraph. Okay, paragraph. The theme of this particular surah is how worldly pride and power are humbled in the dust if they resist spiritual forces, and how evil and good find their true setting in the hereafter. Full stop. Paragraph. The title word is hyphenated. The title word Duhan occurs in verse 10. It means the smoke or mist and may refer to a drought or famine. May refer to a drought or famine, as explained in the notes to that verse. That's to verse 10. Summary, paragraph summary. Revelation explains clearly how worldly pride and arrogance may come to naught, N-A-U-G-H, may come to naught, even at long odds, against spiritual truths. Surah 44, 1 to 29. That's this surah. That's this very chapter. Signs 1 to 29 in brackets. Last paragraph. A people may be given all blessings and may fall in its trust. As did Israel with the Quraysh, as did Israel, with semicolon. Will the Quraysh learn the lesson of good and evil? Question mark. Then we are referred to sign 30 to 59. And I suppose 59 is the end of the chapter. Yes, indeed, 59 is the end of the chapter. Let's go. I've shown you the pages already. Ha, mean, and that's on the right, on the Arabic side. Then on the English side, it is Hameen. Note 4688. These abbreviated letters are discussed in the introduction to Surah 40. Let's go to the second sign or verse. Al Kitabul Mubin. Al Kitabu. Al. No, no, it's not Al Kitab. Wal Kitabi Al Mubin, or Wal Kitabil Mubin. Mm. By the book that makes things clear. By the book Kitab Mubin, that makes things clear. The book, Kitab, the book, Mubin, clear. Note 4689. 4689. The Quran is its own evidence. Full stop. In the last surah, and that's 43, sign 3, stress was laid on the fact that everyone would understand it. Do I repeat it? Stress was laid on the fact that everyone could understand, and that everyone could understand and not would. Full stop. Here, the stress is on the fact that it is a message of mercy from God, in that it warns mankind against evil. Let's go to the next sign, which is sign 3. Inna anzalna inna anzalnahu fi laylatin. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatin mubarakan. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatin mubarakatin. Pardon me. Fi laylatin mubarakatin. We sent it down during a blessed night. Mubarakatin, blessed, Laylan, night. Inna kunna munzirina. Inna kunna munzirina. After blessed night, for we ever wish to warn, for we ever wish to warn against evil. Against evil is in brackets as well as ever. Without the brackets, it will read, for we wish to warn. Sign note 268, note 2690. 2690. Usually taken to be a night in the month of Ramadan, say the 23rd, 25th, or 27th, or 27th night of the month, usually taken. So Laylatul Qadr is usually taken to be the month of Ramadan, either 23rd, 25th, or 27th. And these are all numbers, odd numbers. Full stop. It is referred to as the night of power in chapter XCV 11. And maybe I think that is 97, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. 97. Okay, let's deal with the Roman numerals. XCV 11. 1 to 2, signs 1 to 2. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatul qadr. Wama adraka ma laylatul qadr. 1 to 2, full stop. See also chapter 2, sign 187, full stop. But perhaps we need not fix it literally by the calendar, full stop. The night that a message descends, from God is indeed a blessed night, like a day of rain for a parched land. So we being the parched land, and the Quran being the rain. That's the analogy. That's the analogy. Did I say analogy? That's the analogy. Okay. We go to the next sign, which is sign 4. Continuing with the night. فيها يفرق كل أمر حكيم. فيها يفرق كل أمر حكيم. Uh, in that night, the night is in brackets anyway. Without the brackets, it reads, in that is made district. In that is made distinct every affair of wisdom. Every affair of wisdom. Affair is amran, wisdom hakiman, and distinct is yufraku, made distinct. Yufraku, made distinct. Let's 4691 is the sign. Four is the note 4691. Such an occasion is one which divine wisdom places before us through revelation, the solution of spiritual problems of the highest import to mankind. Let's go to the next sign, which is sign 5 without an sign 5 without a note. Sign 5 without a note. Pardon me, sometimes my vision fails me, my sight fails me. Amran min in Amran, Amran min indana, Amran min indana. By command from S, min indana from S. Amran by command, min indana. Inna kunna mursilina. Inna kunna mursilina. By command of by command from us. For we sent. Doesn't make sense. Let me add brackets there. For we ever send revelations. For we ever send revelations. Inna kunna mursalina. By, by command from us, for we ever send revelations. Let's go to sign 6 because there's no note there. Sign 6. Continuation of 5. Rahmatan mean Rebecca. Rahmatan mean Rebecca. As a mercy from thy Lord. As a mercy from thy Lord. Remember in Arabic, little words like is, as, are not there. They are omitted. We use our head to fix them. So as a mercy from thy Lord. Rahmatan mean Rabika. Innahu huwa sami'ul alim. For he hears and knows, into brackets, all things. Innahu huwa here refers to thy Lord in the previous lesson. Thy Lord, huwa, Sami'ul alim, he hears and knows. He knows all things. All things is in brackets. Note 4692. 4692. It is because God is the friend of the friendless. I love this one. I love this one. It is because God is the friend of the friendless and the help of the helpless that he hears all sincere prayers. Oh, what a beautiful presentation. That he hears all he hears, that he hears all prayers, and as his knowledge embraces all things, he grants to us whatever is best for us, not as we see it, but as he knows it in his perfect knowledge. You pray for something, he gives you something else, because that something else is giving you is what befits you, is what is more beneficial to you. That's note 4692 to sign 6. Let's go to sign 7. رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما, the Lord of the heavens and the earth and all between them, ما بينهما, all between them. إن كنتم موقنون, إن كنتم موقنون, not more. إن كنتم موقنون. Let's go back a bit. The Lord of the heavens and the earth and all between is, if ye, in kuntum, if ye but have an assured faith, but is in brackets, that it reads, if ye have an assured case, an assured faith, mukinina, if ye have an assured case. 4692, 4692, no, it's rather 93, 4693. Compare chapter 4, sign 4, and the sign 444, full stop. They cannot fully realize what a tremendous thing it is that God is their own Lord and cherisher. Into brackets, next verse. The next is wrongly spelled. I think it's a typing error. The next is spelled Nex without T. Without T. So let me add it there for them. Next verse. See next verse in brackets. Next verse is in brackets, comma, as he is the Lord and cherisher of the whole universe, comma, until they firmly believe, comma, dash, until their faith amounts to a certainty, secure and unshakable. Secure and unshakable. And that's note 4693 to sign 7. Let's go to sign 8 without any note. Sign 8. La ilaha illa huwa yuhyi wa yumitu. There is no God but He. It is He who gives life, yuhyi, and gives death, yumitu. Wa rabbil aba, wa rabbil abaikum, wa rabbil abaikum wal awalina, wa rabbil abaikum wal awalin. Let me go back a bit. Cherisher of, no, the Lord and cherisher to you and your earliest ancestors. I haven't gone back, please. The Lord, Rabbi, the Lord and cherisher, Rabbi. So Rabbi here means Lord and cherisher, not just Lord. Lord and cherisher to you and your earliest ancestors. Rabbi, Rabbikum, Rabbi Abaikum wa Awalin. Let's go to sign 9. Balhum fi shakin yel abuna. Balhum fi shaki yel abuna. Yet they play about yel abuna in doubt fil shaki. You see the words are turned around here. In the Arabic side, on the Arabic side, it is they are in doubt, playing. Here the commentator has put it in the best way he believes. Yet they play about in doubt. 4694. 4694 is the note. The story is mainly about the Quraysh. So this story is referring to Quraysh, Muhammad's own people. So the story is about the Quraysh, full stop. But there is a wider meaning behind it, applicable to men generally and at all times. Even though it's because of the Quraysh this verse came. But God's word is for everybody, lil alamin, and all times, full stop. As a body of the Quraysh, especially in early, in especially in the early stages of the preaching of Islam, before in the preaching of Islam, comma, before they started persecution, comma, received the message with more amusement than hatred. Full stop. They played about with it and expressed doubts about it, whereas the preacher was most earnest about it with all his heart and soul in it, comma, as he loved his people and wished to save them from their wickedness and folly. Indeed, the Arabs were wicked and folly, even up to today. We all hear what is happening in Dubai. When they get riches, they want more riches and they enter into devilish activities, mm, wickedness and folly. Uh, and that's note 4694 to sign 9. Let's go to sign 10. فإر فارتكب فارتكب يوم تأتي السماء بدخان مبين. Let me take it again. فارتكب يوم تأتي السماء بدخان mubin. And this is where this word duhani comes, smoke. Mm, we were told that earlier. Then watch thou, irtakib, for the day, Yoma, that the sky will bring forth a kind of smoke. Tati asamai biduhan, a kind of smoke, into brackets, or mist. So smoke or mist, brackets. Plainly visible, mubin, plainly visible, mubin. 4695 and 4696, we have two notes in one. 95 is against day, 96 is against mist or smoke. 95 first. What day is this? What day is this? Question mark. It is obvious. Sorry, it obviously refers to great calamity. Mm, it also refers to great calamity, comma, and from the wording, from the wording, it is to be a great calamity in the future, comma, seen with the prophetic eye, full stop. The word yaksha, the word yaksha in verse 11 may be compared to Gashia in chapter 88. Gashia, so that will be Gashia. So chapter 11 is where we are going to, if I'm not mistaken. Mm. No, 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 no. I'm reading the wrong thing. Yet they play about in doubt. The notary is 4694. 4694. Oh, we did it. We did it. Pardon me. Okay, I think I'm on track. I'm on track. Uh, what day is this? It obviously refers to great calamity. And from the wording, it is to be a great calamity in the future, seen with the prophetic eye. The word yaksh to verse 11, the word yaksh in verse 11 may be compared to Gashia in chapter 83, L XXX VII. I don't know what's such a long writing. Instead of HC or Romans or a full stop. I, comma, which obviously refers to the final day of judgment. Is it I or you? I think it's I. Either it's I or is it one? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let me read it as I. I, which obviously refers to the final. Is there any I there? Or is it it? Maybe it is it. It refers to great calamity. Maybe it is it and not I. So let me read it as it. So viewers take note. You can fix your own word there, whether it is it or I, because in the beginning it is it. It obviously refers to. So it, which obviously refers to the final day of judgment. Full stop. But verse 15, but verse 15 below, verse 15 below into brackets, we shall remove the penalty for a while. I think we are still talking of sign 11. And that is in, so we shall remove the final penalty for a while. It's in double inverted commas, outside which we have brackets. Mm. So in verse 15 below shows that it is not the final judgment referred to here, comma, but some calamity that was to happen soon afterwards. That was to happen soon afterwards. Full stop. Perhaps it is a famine. Perhaps it was a famine, not is. Perhaps it was a famine about which we see the next note. And that's note 4695. First note to sign 10. Let's go to the second note, which is 4696, dealing with smoke. 4696. The smoke or mist, both words are in double inverted commas. The smoke or mist is interpreted on good authority to refer to a severe famine in Mecca, comma, in which men were so pinched with hunger that they saw not, no, that they saw mist by their eyes, by their eyes when they looked at the sky. Maybe due to the hunger. eh? Maybe due to hunger, or it's real, I don't know. That is so mist. Where is it? Mecca 1. Looked, that they saw mist before their eyes when they looked at the sky. Full stop. Ibn Kathir in the Tariq, in Ibn Kathir is a writer, in the Tariq, or in the Tariq, Ibn Kathir in the Tariq mentions two famines in Mecca, comma, which in the eighth year of the mission, comma, say the fourth year before the Hijrah, and another about the eighth year after the Hijrah, full stop. But as either or both of these famines lasted as many as 7 years, comma, the dates are to be taken very roughly, full stop. It is even possible that the two famines were continuous, comma, of varying severity from year to year, full stop. Bukhari mentions only the post-Hijrah famine. Post-Hijrah is affinated. Bukhari only mentions the post-Hijrah famine, comma, which was apparently which was apparently so severe that men began to eat bones and carrion. Carrion is spelled Carrion. It was so famine that, let me go back a bit. Bukhari mentions only the post-Hijrah famine. That's the second one, I suppose, which was apparently so severe that men began to eat bones and carrion. Full stop. Abu Sufyan, about 8 AH in brackets, about 8 AH in brackets, approached the Holy Prophet to intercede and pray for the removal of the famine, comma, as the pagans attributed it to the curse of the Prophet. Full stop. Surah 23, Mu'minun, which is also Makkah, full stop. Surah begins a new sentence. Surah 23, comma, which is also Makan, but of later date than the present Surah, also refers to a famine, semicolon. C23, sign 73, note 23, note 2921, note 2921, full stop. As, as surahs were not all revealed entire, but many came piecemeal. Piecemeal is spelled Piece. The meal that we all know, Mear, piecemeal. Mm. So let me take it again. As surahs were not all revealed entire, but many came piecemeal, comma, it is possible that a particular verse, it's possible that it is possible that particular verses in a given surah may be of different dates from the surah as a whole, from the surah as a whole. And that's note 4696. That's note 4696. Second note to sign 10. Second note to sign 10. Let's go to sign 11. I think we referred to it earlier. Sign 11. Huh? Yaksha, yeah. That's it. We referred to it when we hadn't gotten there yet. And that is Yaksha. Yaksha and Nasa. Yaksha and Nasa. Hmm? Enveloping the people. Enveloping Yaksha. Enveloping or covering either of them. Enveloping the people. Yaksha and Nasa. Hmm? Haza Azabun Alim. Haza Azabun Al Alim. Haza Azabul Alim. Hmm? Enveloping the people. This will be a chastisement, grievous, alim, grievous chastisement, azabun. No note to read. Let's go to sign 12. Rabbana, ikshaf anna al azaba, inna mu'minun, inna mu'minun. Rabbana, ikshaf anna al azaba, inna mu'minun. They will say, and this is in brackets, hmm, this is in brackets. That's why I say it's difficult to understand the Quran when you are reading Arabic alone, when you are not an Arab. Mm. So our honorable interpreter has said here, they will say, mm, or what is in their mind, they will say, our Lord, Rabbana, remove the chastisement from us, Ishaf Anna al Azaba. Remove the chastisement from us, for we do really believe. Inna mu'minun, for we do really believe. Uh, there's no note to it. No note to it. So let's go to sign 13th Street with one note. Mm. Anna lahum azikra wa kad ja'ahum rasulun mubin. Anna lahum azikra wa kad ja'ahum rasulun mubinun. Mm. Uh, how should they how should they have a reminder? Have the reminder. How can what? Sorry. How should they have a reminder? A reminder is zikra lahum. They have anna. How? How should they have a reminder? Seeing that the messenger explaining things clearly has already come to them. Already, since in brackets, without it reads, well, how should they have a reminder, seeing that a messenger explaining things clearly has come to them? Anna lahum al azaba wa kad ja'ahum Rasulun Mubin. Mubin is clearly mm, explaining things clearly. Note 4697. 4697. The Quraysh had before them a prophet whose purity of life was openly known to them. Semicolon. They themselves called him Al Amin in italics, spelled in English and in italics. They themselves called him Al Amin, into brackets or in brackets, worthy of all trust. Al Amin, worthy of all trust. Brackets close, semicolon. He preached in their own language in words of burning eloquence and transparent clearness. Semicolon. Yet they turned away from him and called him a mad man, or one whose message was not inspired by God, by Allah, but written by some hidden hand, seen but written by some hidden hand. Then we are asked to see next note. See next note. See next note is in brackets, then followed by exclamation mark. How will the teaching of spiritual truth make any among such unreasonable people? It's a question. How will the teaching of spiritual truth make we, not any, make we among such unreasonable people? Question mark. And that's note 4697 to sign 13. Let's go to sign 14. ثم ثم تولوا عنه. Yet they turned away from him. Turned away. تولوا عنهم away. They turned away from him and say, hmm, ثم تولوا عنه وقالوا, and say, مَعْلُو, sorry, and قالوا مُعَلِّمٌ تجنون. معلم تجنون. معلم. Yes, Tajnoon. And say, they turn away from him and say, tutored, a man possessed. Tutored, a man possessed. It's not Tajmoon, it's Majnoon. Mm. A man possessed. Pardon me, not Tajmoon, but Majmoon. Tutored, a man possessed. Mu'alim Ma'noon. Tutored, a man possessed. The tutors, we have brackets after the tutors, which is tutored by others. Tutored by others, a man possessed. Ma'lumun majnun. The note is 4698. 4698. We are tutored in italics and then colon. See chapter 26. No, see chapter 16, sign 103. Mm. Chapter 16, sign 103 and note 2143. Note 2143. Then possess. See chapter 15. Chapter 15, Hijrah, I suppose. See chapter 15, sign 6, and note 1940. Chapter, no, possess. See chapter, is that is chapter 16. Chapter 15, rather. Chapter 16, I think, is Anele. Anele B. Anele. Then possess. See chapter 15, sign 6, and note 1940. And that is note 4698 to sign 14. Let's go to sign 15. Inna Inna kashifu al-azabi kalilan. Inna kashifu al-azabi kalilan. We shall indeed reward. We shall indeed remove kashifu, the chastisement for a while, the chastisement for a while, azibu kalilan for a while. Innahu iduna, innakum innakum iduna. We shall remove the chastisement for a while, but truly you will revert to your ways. We have two brackets there. But is in brackets. To your way is to your ways is in brackets. Without it, it will read, truly you will revert. Mm. Kuntum iduna. Truly you will revert. You will revert. Mm. Innakum iduna. Truly you will revert. But we read with brackets, it makes better sense. But truly you will revert to your ways. And that's note for 46. That's note 4699. Yes. The note to read is 4699. We haven't read it yet. I'm yet to read the note. We shall indeed revert to chastisement for a while. We shall we shall indeed remove chastisement for a while. Just 4690. No, 4699. 4699. Look, one of the nines I see properly, the second nine I see as zero. Okay, so 4699. God gives every chance to all his creatures, however rebellious. Oh, kind God, wonderful God, merciful God. You can rebel against him, he will still give you a chance. What a wonderful God. God gives every chance to all his creatures, however rebellious, full stop. He gives them a little trial, perhaps personal, perhaps economic, to see if that would bring them to their bearings, and and train their will in the right direction, full stop. Some are thus reclaimed. Some are thus reclaimed. Some of the men given the second chance, they reclaim. Some are thus reclaimed, and some do not learn. Full stop. Perhaps, for the latter, those who do not learn, perhaps for the latter, he gives them a chance by removing the trial. Oh, this man is good. The tafsir is very good. As if he's just sent by God. Okay. Perhaps for the latter, he gives them a chance by removing the trial. By removing the trial, some are reclaimed, yes, and some still remain obdurate. Full stop. We see it in our personal life. God gives you trial, and then after the time, he eases the trial to see whether you turn to him or not. So some still remain obdurate, full stop. And so in the and so in his wisdom, he allows his grace to work again and again until at the last judgment must cease the last. Judgment must cease the last, last, until at last judgments must cease the last and an irreclaimable remnant, an irreclaimable remnant, with a mighty onslaught, with a mighty onslaught is in double inverted commas. Brackets, to the same note, which is 4699. Brackets, did I say brackets? Paragraph, brother. Paragraph to the same note. So, paragraph. Such working of God's providence is clearly visible in the story of the Kurish. Full stop. It is a pity that the economic conditions of Makkah have not been studied in detail in any of the standard biographies, of the Prophet. Full stop. The so-called is hyphenated. The so-called biographies by non-Muslims, e.g., Mayor's life. Mayor is spelled M-A. Mayor is spelled M-A-I-R, M-A-I-R, then apostrophe S. E.g., Mayor's life. Do not even mention any Makan famine or its reactions on the Kurish mind. So there is something lacking in the book of Mayor, the book that Mayor wrote. And that's note 4699. Yes, 4699 to sign 15. Let's go to sign 16, which has no note. Yoma, Yoma Naptishu al Batshata al Kubra. Yoma Natbishu al Batshata al Kubra inna muntakimun. Inna muntakimun. The day we shall cease, we shall cease, Naptishu, we shall seize you with a mighty onslaught. Naptishu al Batshata Kabir, with a mighty onslaught. Onslaught is al Batshata. Al Kubra is mighty. Mighty onslaught. Al Batshata al Kubra. The day we shall seize you with a mighty slaughter. Inna column, with a mighty slaughter, column. Inna muntakimun. We will indeed, then exact retribution. Then is in brackets, without it reads, the day we shall seize you with a mighty onslaught, we shall indeed exact retribution. After being patient for so long, after being patient for you in this world, we shall exact retribution, or we shall indeed then exact retribution. Exclamation mark. And that's note sign 16 without a note. Let's go to without a note. Let's go to sign 17 with two notes. 17 has two notes. 4700 and 4701. 17. Walakat fatanna kabluhum walakat katab fatanna kabluhum kawma fir'auna. Walakat fatanna kabluhum kawma fir'auna. We did before them, Kablihum, try Fatanna, the people of Pharaoh, Koma, Fir'auna. Mm. Uh, وجاءهم رسول كريم وجاءهم رسول كريم. Uh, there came to them, mm, there came to them, that the people of Fir'auna, a message most honorable, a messenger, pardon me, a messenger most honorable, Rasulun, messenger. Mm. There came to them a messenger most honorable, Karimun. Mm. Uh, Note, yeah, two notes, as I said before, 4700 first, that's Pharaoh, then honorable, referring to Moses. Mm. 4700, this reference is to the pride of Pharaoh and his Egyptians, comma, and their fall, rather than to the story of Moses himself, semicolon. Just as in 44, just as in this chapter 44, sign 30 to 33, we yet together, and just as in this chapter sign 30 to 33, the reference is to the blessings bestowed on Israel, comma, contra- con- contrasted with their pride, unbelief, and fall. And in 44, in this very chapter, and in 44, sign 37, to the ancient Himyar kingdom, to Yemen, which similarly fell for its sins. Which similarly fell for its sins. Let's go to the second note, which is 4701. 4701. Most Honorable Karimun. This epithet is specially applied to Moses here. This epithet is specially applied to Moses here, comma, as expressing expressing the truth, comma, in contrast to the Pharaoh's false, characterization, mm, in contrast to the Pharaoh's false characterization of him as a contemptible wretch. You also remember Pharaoh referred to Moses as a contemptible wretch, and that is in double inverted commas. And we are told to see chapter 43, mm, Azhuruf, mm, Azhuruf, chapter 43, sign 52. Mm. That's the second note to sign 17. Let's go to sign 18. Mm. I think after sign 18 now we will have to break. Let's go to sign 18. I'm getting tired already. Let's go to sign 18. Uh, an adwa il ileya an adwa ileya an adwa ileya ibadallahi. A messenger came with honorable, with most, a messenger most honorable, saying, there came to them. It's a continuation from the previous sign 17. A messenger most honorable came to them, saying, restore to me Elijah, the servants of God, Ibadillah, mm, and Adwa, that's restored to me, uh, the servants of God. Mm. Inni lakum rasulun mubin. Inni lakum rasulun mubin. I am to you a messenger worthy of all trust. Mm. Aminun, not mubinun, pardon me. Worthy of all trust is aminun, not mubinun. Inni lakum rasulun aminun. I am to you a messenger worthy of trust. Inni lakum rasulan aminun. The note to read is we have two notes, 4702 and 4703. Let's go to 02 first. Uh, the argument of Moses and his authority manifests. Authority manifests is in double inverted commas, and his authority manifest will be found at chapter 7. Will be found at chapter 7, sign 104. Full stop. Then 108. Sorry, 104 to 108. It will be found at chapter 7, signs 104 to 108. Then 120 to 126. Then 120 to 186. That is two references here. And the third one is 130 to 137. The third note is 120, 130 to 137. So let me take it again. The argument of Moses and his authority manifest will be found at chapter 7, 104 to 108, comma, 120 to 126, comma, 130 to 137, full stop. Notice how fully he assumes the authority. Notice how fully he assumes the authority of his office here. Notice how fully he assumes the authority of his office here, full stop. He claims all servants of God is in double inverted commas. He claims, hmm, yes, he claims all servants of God, i.e., true worshippers, as under his protection for comma, for his mission, semicolon, and he boldly denounces the Pharaoh's arrogance as against God. As against God is in double inverted commas. Mm. And he boldly denounces Pharaoh's arrogance as against God. And that's note 7. Then that's note 4702, first note to sign 18. Let's go to the second note, which is 4703. 4703. Worthy of praise. No, worthy of trust. Worthy of trust. Rasulan Aminun. Worthy of trust. And this is in double inverted commas. Colon. Amin in italics. That's the meaning of Amin, worthy of trust. And Amin in italics. Amin, a title applied to prophets in Surah 26. Ashura poets in Surah 26, e.g., see Surah 26, sign 107, full stop. As the only as the holy prophet oh my god, I say prophet. As the holy prophet had historically earned that among as the holy prophet historically earned that title among his own people, the reminiscence of the story of Moses apply to him in his relations with the arrogant Quraysh. So Moses and his people, the Egyptians, and then the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his people, the Quraysh. And that's note 4703. Second note to sign 18. We shall halt here. When we come back in our next episode, God willing, we shall go to sign 19 of this same chapter, Surah Al-Duhan. Thank you very much. Bye bye. May God be with you all.